So first of all, today, welcome to our official press conference. This was invitation only. So if you are here, consider yourself very special. I know that you all are enjoying the delicious appetizers from our co-sponsor. But if you got one hand free, just go ahead and give yourself a snap real quick. You made it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just be a little bit untraditional and traditional for just 1 second and just say, God, I thank you for another great day. I thank you for peace of mind. I thank you for good health. I thank you for great people. I thank you, Lord, for one more day to get it right. And I thank you, God, for putting us in position today to be able to empower, to push, and to uplift your people. I thank you that we are a uniform force today. And we are here, God, to serve the people with gladness. And I thank you for every person that's watching live, on home, on replay, and decided to be here to be a part of this moment today. God, you are great, and you are greatly to be praised. And I thank you for choosing us on this day to do the work to support your people. Let everybody say, amen. All right. Hope you didn't mind that for just one moment. Welcome to Michelle Snow Company. I am your host, and I'm here today to present to you our updates for where we are going in 2018 and 2019. So I encourage you all to buckle up, put on your seatbelt, and get ready for this ride. Do I have anybody here today who are Michelle Snow Network members or former alumni or clients? Just waving the camera, people all over. Thank you so much for your sacrifice and for being here. Let me first go ahead and get some very important announcements in the way. So first up, I want you all to notice this amazing and gorgeous, beautiful room. This facility is sponsored by the one and only Mr. Bill Foster, who is the owner and proprietor of The Willery. This is also known as a diamond in the rough. And let me tell you, he did the thing on this building. So for those of you who haven't had the pleasure to be able to come to this gorgeous facility, it is located in East Falls, Philadelphia, and we are at 3227 Stokely Street. And this facility has everything. It has your baby shower, your next wedding, your repast, your banquet, your big shindig, your anniversary. It can all be held here. See Mr. Bill Foster, thewillery.com. Please check him out at your earliest convenience. God bless you, Mr. Foster. Thank you so much for your sponsorship and your donation to Michelle Snow Company. Much appreciated. He has been a gentleman, so I'm grateful for him. You're getting ready to hear directly from our very next sponsor. Chef David Sims has been with the Michelle Snow Network almost from day one. And he was kind enough to see that I was just a girl with a vision and no stuff. Anybody had a vision and no stuff? You got it all in your head and your heart, but the stuff just wasn't there at the same time. And I'm grateful that he saw my potential and he didn't focus on so much where I was or where I was going. And he has been sponsoring and taking care of me personally, professionally from day one. And I'm going to just go out on the limb and give one personal testimony. We experienced a hardship less than about 3 years ago. And we had some really critical things we had to take care of. And it was just a very fragile time in the Michelle Snow Company. And at the time, we didn't have bank loans, et cetera, And I just picked up the phone and called David directly. And I said, David, you got blank dollars, and it wasn't 20, it wasn't 25, it wasn't 125. Let me tell you, it had some zeros behind it. It was a very bold call. It was a cry for help. And he said, what time are you coming to get the check? Not everybody has friends and relationships like that. This is not a blood relative, but he looked beyond what coulda, what you shoulda did, and he said, what time are you coming to get the check? And he gave it to me with no questions asked. It's never been repeated. Anytime we were growing, he sponsored directly and said, what do you need? I'm there, just like today. So ladies and gentlemen, if you can help me welcome and appreciate our very own Chef David Sims of Eatable Delights Catering.
Thank you, Michelle, and thank you to the Willery, and thank you to the participants who have showed up today on this very rainy day to be a part of what it is that Michelle is doing, which is her vision, her passion, and her purpose. I am David Sims, and I am the proprietor and artist of Eatable Delights Catering. And who we are and what we are is a full-service off-premise catering company that does events not only in the 5 surrounding counties, but as far north as New York and as far south as Washington, D.C. We've been in existence now for over 20 years, and I am very happy to say that not only with working at the Willery in various places throughout the city of Philadelphia, but we haven't done our best work yet. I'm excited to be a part of the Michelle Snow Network, and this big reveal is coming up. I'm excited to be part of the Willery. I see some of my customers in the audience, Joel Wilson from JCW Computing. And I'm just happy to be here today, so I'm going to turn it back over to Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Joe, could you come up, please? Yes. Yeah. It wouldn't be a Michelle Snow event without one person being surprised and shocked, right? Everybody who knows me knows that's my signature card to call up someone unexpected. But this just shows how dope we are and how skilled we are, and on the spot, we can do it. Joel, you have about 30 seconds to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your experience with the network. Thank you. No pressure.
Wow. So I'm gonna talk more on a personal level. So I met Michelle. I don't even know how long ago we met, but Michelle, I saw her as a woman who was starting out in the pathway of being an entrepreneur. And I remember when you first acquired the space down Friends Rehab or Friends Center.
Yes.
And so I saw that she was very excited, saying all this stuff publicly and all that. And I had a conversation with her, I don't know if you remember, and I said, okay, let's talk about some of the real stuff about running a business.
That's right.
How are you how are you billing your customers? Are you running a subscription service? So I'm going through a number of things that she may or may not have understood, but I just wanted her to see that running a business is serious. When you're doing this thing full time and you have nothing else to pay your mortgage, it's more than a notion. And I was just trying to lend my experience because I went into business straight out of college. I've been full time 20 plus years. Have not been on anyone's payroll. So I really am encouraged when other folks step out there on that walk of faith. You cannot be an entrepreneur and not believe in a higher power. That's impossible. So I thank you, Michelle, for stepping up and having quality and integrity and energy when you do your thing. I can't be as boisterous as you. God didn't bless me that way, but I'm very proud of you. And I also like to say, David Sims. I'm not just sitting next to him, but David is one of my closest friends, fellow entrepreneur, and what he did for you, David has done for me, and I've done for David. And so this entrepreneur thing is real. Yes. So we're a family, and together we can succeed. So I don't want to take up any more of your time, and thank you, Michelle. Next time, somebody's going to ask me to.
Thank you so much. Before our transitional facilitators come up, before I get into the actual announcement for today, I do want to bring up one of our original Michelle Snow Network members. This is one of our first members with the organization who has been helping us from day one. If you all could help me welcome the very special Ms. Dory Michelle Ray, my namesake. We're going want to just ask Kathleen if you get tired, David, she can take the phone from you. All right, thank you so much.
I feel like David's my brother. Well, first and foremost, Michelle, you are a beacon of light in any room you walk into. And I know when I first met Michelle at Friends down on the Parkway, I came there broken. I came after suffering with depression for so long, but I wanted to get back up, and God, well, a colleague connected us, but God ordained it. And she said, "What do you need, Queen?" I never forget. She said, "What do you need and what do you want to do?" And I cried through it, and I told her I had no money. I guess this is the theme. I said, I had no money, but this is my vision. And she said, "You give me what you have." And she gave me access to her facilities, and the rest is history. I believe in you. I've watched you serve and serve and serve and serve, and I know whatever announcements are about to be made, somebody else is about to be blessed, because this lady came, as we joke, to save the world. That's an inside joke. But my name is Dory Ray, and I am a businesswoman. I am too an entrepreneur. I haven't done it all full time, but for a very long time. And you do have to have faith to walk this walk. It's not for everybody. But I am someone who believes in people. And I believe in Michelle, and I believe in this network, and I do believe in her model. We grow together. And until we get that down in our hearts and in our heads, we're just out there on an island. So I thank you. I am a new author. My book is way, way late, right, Caroline? But I do have a new release date, October the 27th. I wrote my first book, A Girl Named Chosen, which chronicles my history with depression and how God helped me to get back up several times. And Michelle and I will be meeting next week to talk about how we're going to help business women who are suffering from depression, and how we're going to help them come from behind that mask and understand that what God did for one, He'll do for all of us. So Michelle, I love you. I thank you for continuing to be the beacon that you are, and I look forward to 2019, and I'll put on roller skates.
Let's go. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. I like that. Get the roller skates. We are almost at that time. Let me introduce our very last presenters before we get into the announcement. And before they come up, I'd like my team to please come to the front. That would include Danielle, Kiana, Eli, Ella, Bess. Could you come up to the front really quickly, please? Wesley, who is on film and camera today. I wanted you all to see that it takes a village. This is a core part of what helps us to do what we do. And I want to thank you all for being present today, for your sacrifice. One more time to give it up for the Michelle Smith team. Thank you so much. For me, in my house, business, pleasure, or otherwise, it is critical that we seek a power that is greater than ourselves. Now, personally, I do not know how you can do this thing called business without trusting something that is greater than yourself. When we are weak, when we are teary-eyed, frustrated, I don't have the answers. You don't have the answers, but we know where the answers are. And I had the pleasure to meet two more original members of Michelle Snow Network. They were the first ones who were sponsors for our company, and they had been with us the entire time from day one. And they are from Southern Baptist Church. They are my surrogate pastors and spiritual big sisters and brothers. We all kind of young, so I want to call them mom and dad, but let me say big sister and big brother. I'm grateful for you. And so as you all prepare to come and take the stage, I want to thank also our media that came today. We have Fun Time Magazines, who is in the back. Eric is in the back. Thank you so very much. We have Scoop USA News right here in the front. We also have another Scoop representative in the back, Miss Arnita, and who is also getting ready to birth out at WURD. We know that Black Professional News is watching off-site, along with a number of other media agencies. Ladies and gentlemen, if you all could please stand to your feet and help me to welcome two amazing professionals, my spiritual family, the one and only Keith Pelzer and Bertina Pelzer. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, doesn't she give an awesome introduction? She is just great. So, my husband and I, Keith, we're going to make this really short. We're from Southern Baptist Church, not far from here, right? We're down the block, really. And we know Michelle by way of meeting her at an event at a restaurant. And she told a story, and her story touched us so well that when we made the connection of who we knew together, the minute she came and she said, I'm starting something, her spirit and the way that she presented herself just presented God. And we knew we had to just jump in. It was just like that. And it actually was our first time. We were new as pastor and wife at our church. And it was our first venture that we said, okay, we're actually going to invest. We're going to give back as a family, but as a church family as well, to someone that is rising in the community. My husband, he has a lot of words, but he's telling me that I got to give the words today. But what I will say about Michelle Snow, Nakia is what I like to call her, is that I've seen her go from the classroom to the boardroom. I've seen her in the neighborhood, in big arenas. I've seen her be as humble as with sweats on in the mix, which many of you have seen her. And the one thing that I would say to bring all of this into culmination is that her hard work is her hard work. Where her heart is, she puts her feet, she puts her mouth, and she puts her presence. And not just by way of herself, but she brings each and every one of us up with her. And for that, we appreciate you. We look at you and look at the growth. And we are so behind the Michelle Snow Network and Company that you can't get rid of us if you try. Right, Pastor? And I'm going to let Pastor finish us off with just some encouraging words of wisdom spiritually. And it's a nice setup, right? Right? We try to work as a team, right? And just so that you guys know, the press, this right here is a formality. But y'all that know her, when you see her, you know she gets down in it. It's not about form or fashion. It is about the uplift of our people, our culture, and what we represent for each other. And for that, we appreciate you.
My name is Pastor Keith Pelzer, or Keith Pelzer. I had a long career as a producer in music. And so when I started actually hearing about Michelle, more so in my production life, around that time my father had passed away, and me being a bad preacher's kid, producer guy, I ended up taking over the church after I accepted my call to preaching and whatnot. But getting to know Michelle was the first time that I took stage for just in an atmosphere that felt just as big as being in all the big places and on the Grammy Awards and all that stuff. And I seen something in her, and I thought about the difference between success and significance. And so I just want to share with all of you, I'm happy to meet each and every one of you in the room. It's funny how I'm connected with a lot of people and just didn't know it's a small world. And then my 30 seconds in closing, all right? So significance and success. Michelle just sparks me as a person that where a lot of people, they run for success, they just live for success. She's a person of significance. Significance is that person, success is where you get to the end of the road, but when you back it up, there are people who were left on the side that are still trying to get their tire changed, they're still trying to eat, they're still trying to get to the next place. But significance says that you only see tire tracks, because the people who were by the side of the road, somebody like Michelle Snow comes past them. They don't leave you on the side of the road. They say, how can I help you? At least the testimony is a snow came past my way. And so I'm grateful for the snowing in my life, that at least we have seasons, but we're glad to have an encounter with the snow. And so to you on today, all of you who are connected to that winter season of the snow, you are already blessed. So I thank God for all of you. I thank God for you. And I'm going to pass the mic back before I start preaching.
All right. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You see what I get every Sunday at Southern Baptist Church. You know, he also can play the organ too. So He takes us there. Ladies and gentlemen, we spent some time talking about me, and I thank you for all of your accolades, but the truth is, we are sharing news and opportunities with winners. Let me say that again for some of you to get that. We are sharing news and opportunities with winners. That's what the Snow brand represents. This is not something that I can do without you. You all are my reason. And so I'm going to take you back to what we got on Sunday morning. Simon answered, Master, we worked hard all night and haven't caught anything. That sounds familiar to just a couple people in the room right now. A couple of business owners, you worked all night but haven't caught anything. Hold on, Michelle. But because you say so, I will let down the nets. When they had done so, they caught such a large number. Somebody say large number of fish that their nets, with the plural, began to break. Come on now. So they signaled, this is where I'm really going. This is where I need you to hold your seatbelt for 1 second. So they signaled their partners in the other boat to come and help them. And they came and filled both. Somebody say both boats. So that's so full that they began to sink. That, my friends, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of the Michelle Snow Network. Some people say, well, why did you name it after yourself? It has nothing to do with me. Snow is sharing news and opportunities with winners, period. It is about you, not me. Snow is not even my last name. Talk to me, somebody. It's an acronym because it's about you, because we're sharing news and opportunities with winners. And y'all going to get that in about 5 seconds. Okay? Let me tell you all that we are here today. Some of you thought you were looking for just updates about technical stuff, and we want to get there for a second. But to the world, I'm here today to represent, for you to understand it's not about me. It's about us. It's about we. You heard the testimony today. You heard David Sims, how when I was in the trenches, a brother went in his pocket and decided to help us out. There are some of you who helped somebody on their road. We got to keep this thing of connectedness together. We do what we grow together, right? That's not a slogan or a mantra. It's our truth. I need you. Let me tell you something. I need you. All of this means nothing if I didn't have you to celebrate with. What's a house without a home? Let me say to you that today signifies that it's been 5.5 years later, and you, me, us, we are still here, baby. There are some people who, on that roadside, decided to quit, decided to give up, decided to let go. But because of your love, somebody said, I'll hold on one more day. I'll hold on one more. Let me call Michelle. Let me call Joel. Let me call Shantae. Let me call Caroline. I'm going to hold on one day. Who's ever going to somebody else's event? In our network, you didn't have the money. You didn't have the gas. You didn't have the mental space, but you sacrificed for the love of somebody else, right? Anybody in the room today? Come on now. This is about us. And so let me end this little inspiration before I get into the technical details and say to you this. It is a lie that we don't work together in Philadelphia. It is a lie that we are cliques. It's a lie that there ain't no support here. You, me, us, we are evidence that that is not the truth. Come on, somebody. The Willery came in and said, we'll help you. David said, come in, I'll help you. Joel, one of our first sponsors, Southern Baptist Church. I met you on Facebook. I barely know you, but guess what? You're here today. It's a we thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not get caught up in who didn't, who wouldn't, and who shouldn't, because the only one that we can be responsible for today is me, myself, and I. Anybody love God today? Anybody just grateful that He chose you for this ride today? Let me tell you all as I stop in my last 12 seconds that you all are King's kids. You woke up today and you're being promised something. You're being promised that God loves you. He's going to keep you. He's going to direct you. Somebody in here almost died last year. My sister fell out on the floor. They didn't know she was going to make it. Couldn't walk for 6 months. But to God be the glory. Guess who's here today? I saw on stage. We serve a mighty God. So I say to you, in your obstacles, in your frustrations, in your pain, in your lack, hold on, baby. You are not alone. We are in this together. So now, as we wrap, where are we going? Because, give me a time check. Thank you. Because our sisters and brothers have been through so much pain, we found out that too many people are living in so much deep despair. And we've been so hungry to have stuff. We've been so hungry to look the part, but we're not living the part. We've been so hungry to have the pictures where we got the nice, big, pretty car behind us, and we can say that we live in a 42-story mansion, but we still go home empty and broken. And so that's one of the stigmas that we're looking to change. We're calling it being rich and famous. That's going to be one of our foremost new programs that's coming out. It's going to be led by Mr. Jeff Bradshaw, Philly's #1 musician who couldn't be here today. And he's going to talk to you all about and encourage you on this road to riches. Pastor Keith Pelzer just decided that he's going to join in on the journey. So if you want to find out about what abundance looks like, how to keep it, how to maintain it, how to keep your sanity, how to stay focused, let me say to you, look forward to our Being Rich and Famous segment. Number 2. I want to share with you that we're going to give away some money, y'all. Somebody say money, money, money. Woo! They don't want me to show the sweat rag on TV too late. I was getting hot. Got excited about this announcement. Money, money, money. We are getting ready to use all of our rich resources from donations, from sponsorships, and we are preparing to do monthly micro grants. And so this will be that little pop-up money that you need for the small things to keep going. Sometimes you just need to be able to go to a class, a workshop, or take a trip, and that extra $75 or $150, $250 or $500 could be a big help. Anybody had some place to go in the early days and you didn't have gas to get there? You just be like, man, if I just get a carload of gas and enough for 2 donuts and a cup of coffee, I'll be all right. And so in the beginning, as we get started, we're going to start giving you micro grants to help your life on the journey. Whether you need that new suit to impress that big business that you're getting ready to go to for a prospect. Micro grants, they'll range from $50 to $500, and registration will open on October the 15th, and this is the last point, and we're getting ready to close for real this time. The last point is October the 15th. We open up with the Grand Reveal, and the Grand Reveal will be the link for you to click on to get money, to be a seed investor, to have your business showcased all over our region and territory. We have relationships with what was formerly known as B101, WBEB. They are prepared to market you and to share your businesses, and with our very own Black-owned businesses. We've got Joel here today. What's the name of your business? Well, the group that we're with? I Buy Black. I Buy Black. One more time? I Buy Black. Yes, I want to make sure that you got that right in your spirit. So while we will be working with many different media outlets, we're going to be spending some significant time working with Black news outlets. We're glad that Scoop and Fun Times is here, so I'm saying publicly that you will be a part of it. We are going to send our businesses to you to get ads, hallelujah, because we're going to all do this thing and grow together. So ladies and gentlemen, be sure that you are on our news and e-blast. We are going to take off. It's been 5.5 years, and my mantra is, I'm still here. So get ready, get ready, get ready. October the 15th. And lastly, this is the final point. There are a lot of coaches who are charging some really strong prices for coaching, and that's a good thing because people are valuing the power of education. But let me say to you that we're going to give you an opportunity to be coached, to learn about business, to learn about money influence, real estate, retail, lifestyle management. We want to put credit repair all in this program. All in this program, and it's ridiculously affordable, and we're going to have a payment plan, and it's way, way under cost, just because we wanted to make sure that you would have what you need to succeed this year. So, ladies and gentlemen, all of this to say that for all this time, we've been trying to figure it out and testing and testing and testing, but it's been 5.5 years, and because of you, we are here. And I want to thank you for your sacrifice today. Once again, I want to thank my sponsors, David, the Willoughby. You can come to the front so they can see you one more time for the pictures. Come on, Mr. Foster, just to come get the picture. Thank you so much. Do we have any questions? I was nervous about the questions that the press had to ask me something, but I want to be able to open that door up. Does anybody have any questions? If you do, you can grab the mic from me. All right.
So she got me too.
Look at your picture now.
So Michelle, going forward in October, you say that these changes are going to be coming?
Yes.
You'll be sharing this with our, I guess, people outside of this room?
Absolutely.
And we'll be able to share this as of today?
Yes, it's public. That's why we went live.
Okay.
Social media as well.
All right, and we'll have press releases so I can have you on in my paper this week, possibly?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, so hopefully you'll give me a full press release and we'll be able to tell the public all of the things that you're going to do to help move your dream forward and help them with their dreams as well.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you.
I want to just come on down and get this picture with my sponsors. Thank you so much, Cheryl.
Question, your target audience, who would that be, your target audience, as far as providing these services?
Well, the good thing is that we have experience with corporations, schools, high school, start over again, and you're looking for some resources. I mean, we have businesses in the network that are definitely worth $1.5 million and $3.3 billion that still are in struggle. Let me say that to you, because some of you don't know that you can be a 7-figure business and still be broke, right? It happens because you're still learning to adjust to this next new level. So while most of our businesses will be under $100,000, it's going to be open to whomever in our network that qualifies. All right, thank you. That's all your questions, ladies and gentlemen. Last one.
Hello, everybody. I'm Arnita DeShields from Word Radio. I am a columnist for Scoop, but God blessed me with this opportunity, effective Monday of this week, to be an account executive for Word Radio. I'm really excited about it. They're coming on a 15-year anniversary and a big celebration in October. And we're looking for sponsorships. We're looking for ways to partner. So I'm thankful for Michelle inviting me, like she always does. And I wanted to say, what is the process for your clients? We have talked about this in the past, about your clients connecting with an organization such as Word to offer them special programs and advertising.
Very good. So this is going to be my closing comment. WURD, we just had the pleasure of testing out this concept with your radio station. So we branded with the LOX Conference. You might have heard of the LOX Conference, Mama Akusava. Did I say that right? Mama Sabrina. So we partnered and did a collaborative marketing campaign for WURD through, one more time? Okay, so make sure that they get that. And so we have already started their process, but through our various resources. So there will be an actual link that we'll create to be able to get them in the mix, all right? Because Black businesses is going to be very important, but I want to get you all out to the major outlets as well, so we won't stop with just our community. We want to go beyond, because God is with every community, and we can be the blessing to people who look like us and don't look like us. Ladies and gentlemen, this press conference is officially over. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Have a great day. Grow together.